Do you suffer with a negative mindset? Do you know what a negative mindset is? Well, sis, this conversation is for you today. We talking all things negative mindset so that you can work on having a positive mindset so you can shift your mindset in the right direction. So if this sounds like a conversation that you're trying to get involved in, let's go. Let's go. Good day. Good day, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on what time you are watching this and where you're watching from. I like to greet you properly. So, good day. I wanted to stop by and really talk about mindset today. We are going to talk about positive mindset versus negative mindset and why it's so important to focus on your thoughts, to take some time and ask yourself, why do I keep feeling this way, or what keeps putting me back in the same place? Well, this conversation is for you if you've been trying to understand all this mindset chit chat, because you will see mindset here, mindset there. And if you've been following me, I always talk about it's time to change your mindset. But today I'm going to do it a little different. Why? Because I had a conversation with someone, and this was inspired by that conversation. They reached out to me, and I was so thankful for her message, and we chit chatted the other day. And I said, you know what? We're going to talk about this publicly. So sis, if you're watching this, thank you. And of course, if you know this is for somebody today, please share it so that we can all, win together. Because a negative mindset really does hold a lot of us back. And that's what I really want to focus on today, because I don't want this to be you, sis. And if this is you, we're going to work on some things to get you out of that negative mindset. Okay? So this is the symptoms of dealing with a negative mindset. Pretty much, let me give you the definition of what I feel negative mindset is and beliefs. But a negative mindset is characterized by pessimism, like self-doubt. You have a tendency to pretty much focus on the negative things. So instead of you seeing the positive, even of today, let me give an example. Instead of you seeing the positive of today, you see everything that you don't have. You see everything that you feel is hindering you from where you want to be. So it's time out. I'm not going to tell you what to do with that. I'm just going to identify if this is you today, and for you to probably listen to part 2, because I think I'm going to have to do this in a part 1 and a part 2. Part 1, we talk about the negative mindset, and then you'll catch part 2 when I post it. So I want to know if this is you today. Are you suffering with these symptoms where you pretty much focus on problems rather than solutions? You actually look at where you are instead of focusing on how to get out. That's a negative mindset. And a negative mindset increases stress. Constant worry, negative thinking can elevate your stress level. So while you're busy focusing on what you can't control, you're damaging, your positive mindset. You're making it a negative mindset because you're spending too much time focusing on what is, 1, uncontrollable, and 2, the negative side of things. So it's going to increase your stress, and nobody wants to be physically or mentally stressed, and that affects your health. So that's one reason why that's one example or symptom of a negative mindset. Then you have decreased motivation. Your negative mindset pretty much saps your energy, your enthusiasm, and makes it difficult for you to take action and to pursue your goals. Who wants to how can I put this? Because if it's you today, you're not alone. We all deal with a negative mindset. Why? Because we live in a society that surrounds us with all the negativity instead of the positive, or we live in a microwave society which shows us that life is only going to be easy if you do it fast. That's not how things work. That's not how seeds grow. That's not how anything grows in life, even as a human. It takes us 9 months in a womb to come out healthy. So, without a lot of issues, let's put it that way, because we can still survive or we can still end up being healthy. But me being a mother of a micro preemie child that was born, prematurity does cause issues, and that's when we try to, prematurity, it comes with its health risk, let's put it that way, because I was told that when I was dealing with my child when she was born at 1 pound. But I'm not having that conversation right now, but that was just an example to let you know, stop trying to rush the process. If it's painful during the process, God is working on you. Something is going to work out in your favor, okay? So we're going to go back to identifying the negative mindset. So you have limited perspective. Negative thinking can narrow your view of possibilities, leading to missed opportunities and stagnation. You stay stuck because you keep focusing on what you don't have, when for real you winning. We got to change the mindset, y'all. We have to work on the mindset. That is the goal for this month. That is the goal for this season. I don't know how long it's going to last while we working on mindset, because honestly, that's what HBDI does. And How Bad Do I Academy, we focus on mindset. We focus on personal development to have better, to have better positive habits so that we can get through this thing called life. So, I might be yelling. Y'all know me, I get excited. Also, you may be suffering with a negative mindset if you have poor relationships. If a negative attitude basically is always present, it will strain your relationship with others. Pessimism and criticism can create tension and distance. Having a negative mindset is not just about you. It affects the people around you. It creates tension. It creates distance. It creates that obstacle, because every time somebody's trying to speak life into your life, you're constantly saying, well, you don't know what it is for me because I got these problems, or I have this issue. I got this going on. If that is you today, sis, it's okay. We're going to break through these negative mindsets. But today, I just really I know I started the conversation off saying that I'm going to talk about both. But as I already can tell, we already 7 minutes in, and there's no way that we're going to spend this whole conversation. We'll be able to talk about the positives too. But the negatives, we got to understand. If that is you, it's time to work on it. And it's okay. We all come from something. We all come from somewhere. We all have dealt with certain problems, certain issues. So it's time to work on our mindset. But the first step in order to change your mindset is to identify, do you suffer with a negative mindset? So that's what this conversation is for you today. It also impairs your decision making. A negative mindset thinking can cloud your judgment and lead to decisions based off of fear and avoidance rather than rationality, because you don't focus on the possibilities. You focusing on, well, this is all I can do. This is all I'm familiar with. So I'm going to stick to that. I'm not going to grow. I'm just going to focus on where I have been and what I have been doing. And I'm going to not grow. I'm going to be stagnant. I'm going to get stuck. If that's you today, it's time to start working on your mindset. Why? Because your fear is making you avoid the next chapter in your life, because you're so used to always thinking negative. You're like, well, it didn't work last time. Why is it going to work now? Nah, we got to scratch that. It's time to work on our mindset. And then it reduces your resilience. We got to be honest. Like, a negative mindset makes it harder to bounce back from setbacks, from failures, increasing your vulnerability to depression and anxiety. I'm telling you, this mindset thing is everything. If you want to have more, this is originally being recorded in 2024, so this has been my slogan, and it's been those that are following me. We talk about wanting more in 2024. So if you want more in 2024, it's time to get rid of these negative mindsets. You can do it. You can start to become who God has called you to become. You just have to want it bad enough. You have to ask yourself, how bad do I want it? Okay? You can do it. It's time to break out of these negative mindsets so that you can change your life, because overall, a negative mindset, it definitely impacts various aspects of your life. It hinders your personal growth, your well-being, and your success. So let's not have that negative mindset. And again, we are going to do part 2, which will talk about the positive mindset habits. But I will leave you with 3. You will need to start giving thanks. That's 1. Y'all know I talk about gratitude all the time. Gratitude is the first step to changing your negative mindset. You should also start to learn something. Learning something new gives your brain time to grow, gives your life time to see life. Gives your mind the what is it? How can I put this when it comes to learning helps you become, because if you are stuck right now and the only thing that's stopping you from getting to the next place in your life is learning something new, it's time to learn something new. That's going to help you develop a positive mindset, because you can do it. We all started somewhere without knowing something. So don't limit yourself with the negativity because you're like, oh, well, I'm probably going to waste time. No, learning is never a waste of time. So that was number 2. And then 3, self-compassion. Treat yourself kindly. Stop being so negative to yourself. I will be very transparent and honest right now. When I first started out my journey in entrepreneurship, which was now about for real, I've been an entrepreneur on and off with different adventures for years, like 10 plus years. But before I started life coaching was now going on about 5 years, I learned that I was my biggest critic. Instead of me taking the time to show myself some love, I would always, be like, oh, you need to do this faster because such and such. I would be negative to myself. So if that's you today, it's time for you to start being positive. Give yourself some compassion. We always love to give other people compassion, but then we beat ourselves up. So if that's you today, it's time to start giving yourself some self-compassion, because self-compassion, treating yourself kindly and understanding during difficult times will help you change your mindset. So I pray that this, helped you. I talked fast because I wanted to get a lot out in a little bit of time. But if you want to expand more on this, of course, feel free to reach out or visit HBDI, which is howbaddoi.com. And we can go through this a little bit more in detail. But I just wanted to give you some pointers and side effects of a negative mindset, and to also teach you how to identify if you suffer with a negative mindset, because a lot of people not going to talk about that. Why? Because a lot of people suffer with a negative mindset. I know I used to, and sometimes it still rises its ugly head, but we're going to win. We're going to focus, and that mindset we're going to change it. Gratitude. Give thanks today. Okay? So I love you. If nobody else has told you that, I love you from the bottom of my heart. Why? Because I appreciate you taking the time to watch this, because I know that I'm an answered prayer to someone else every time that I show up. So I thank you for, watching this, and I pray that it does change and bless your life. Until next time, make sure you smile at somebody. Y'all always know smiling is a gift. everybody can't smile, so we can't take that lightly. Also, pray for the person in front of you and pray for the person behind you, because you never know, your prayer may change and or save their life. And, again, make this the best day of your life. We can't get any more time back that we just spent together. That time gone, y'all. We just spent 14 minutes together. It's gone. So let's not waste no time. Let's take action on the things that we discussed, and let's win on purpose. So until next time, have a great day on purpose. Good day.